Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's session where we are going to be talking about automation and AI within your business. Well, that's just the kind of starting topic, and we will obviously begin on to answer any other questions about anything else that you guys want to talk about. The session is sponsored by the News Guy. His link is below, so please do check that out. It is digital PR. So if you need links, referring domain count increased, and all that kind of good stuff, then Randy is your man. I am still hoping that Chris is going to come. I haven't heard otherwise, so I'm hoping that he's going to be caught up on a call or something crazy like that. So, but if you do have questions, let us know what they are and let us know where you are as well and who's there. It's always good to see who's here. We've not been on in the last few weeks for one reason or another, traveling and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, we should be back a lot more consistently now because I do miss the live sessions and answering questions from people. So, any questions you have, put them in, and hopefully Chris will join us. I have WhatsApped him, I have Facebooked him, but not heard anything otherwise that he's not coming. But you're here, so let us know any questions, whether it's relating to automation and AI for your business or not. We started last week's session talking about AI agents, which is something that I've currently had built. I actually got my hands on it today and enjoying playing around with it. It's not yet ready to show the show the public. The interface is not great, but the output is great, and we're just testing a lot of stuff and training it to replace me, use the tone that I'm using, build the database based on stuff that I've said in the past. So rather than repeating myself all the time, using an AI agent to replace me, whether that be social media content, whether it be newsletter content, whether it be whatever, then I'm able to do that. And obviously, you can feed the AI agent your YouTube transcripts and everything. So if I talk in YouTube, do I need to go and write a blog post about it? Absolutely not, because we can use the transcript and the AI agent using my tone to say what I've already said anyway. So it's obviously working smart, cutting down in time, and it's not quite ChatGPT, where ChatGPT pulls information from sources across the web. The AI agent pulls from your database, so the sources that you feed into it, which I think is very, very exciting for not just our type of businesses, but for any type of business. You know, if you can have an agent, whether it's doing your customer service, whether it's doing your emails, whether it's doing your content, whether it's doing your social media, newsletters and everything else, you know, you can save a hell of a lot of time and effort. And I think that's the way forward, you know, automating and using AI where you possibly can is hugely important. And I will demonstrate the AI agent once I've had a bit more of a play around with it in the coming week or so, because it's working very well and it's exciting times. And Alexandra, thank you very much. I have had so many birthday wishes that it's insane. But I do appreciate them all. Can't reply to them all, unfortunately. I'm still trying to reply to the ones that were sent. My birthday was on Monday, and I've still not replied to everyone who sent me a message. Even had video messages as well, which was interesting from people singing happy birthday and stuff, which is always nice. And I do appreciate them all. And I appreciate this one as well, Alexandra. And I think I seen your LinkedIn post earlier. You're speaking in Saigon, right? I think you're, I don't know if I just made that up, but I think you're, could have sworn I seen that. So yeah, Saigon and maybe think Saigon must be like 4 weeks' time, 4 weeks from now. So hopefully catch up with you there. If you are speaking live, I don't know if you are actually going to be there or you're doing it remotely or whatever. But yeah, I've got a busy couple of weeks ahead in terms of conferences and stuff. So, and Saigon is going to be one of them. So I'm looking forward to it. Robert says, nice to see you in Denmark. Great presentation. Thank you, Robert. Nice to see Denmark, although it was as cold there as it is here in Scotland. But it was lovely to see Denmark. I'd never been, and a nice bunch of people, great, well put on event, great venue. So no, it was good to be there, mate, and hopefully people enjoyed the presentation as well. They asked me to cover some black hat topics and creative thinking, and it was good to talk about some of that stuff. Not everyone wants you to speak about that kind of thing at their conferences, but it's everyone does it. You know, that's the thing. People do it and they claim they don't, or they're not interested. We all like to see what other people are doing and stuff. So hopefully it went down well, Robert. But and hopefully I get an invite back as well. I got good feedback from it, so hopefully I do get back one day as well. But guys, if you do have questions, please do ask them in the chat. Don't know where Chris has disappeared to. We haven't been on for probably the best part of 6 weeks. I think we've done one session, but because of that, people are not assuming we're on a regular basis. So we will be back on a regular basis. But we do need questions to keep things moving. And if you do have any, now is the time to ask whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be about automation and AI. It can be about whatever you want, even if it's a GMB question or whatever, then let me know. And I'll try my best to answer it and hope that Chris Palmer does come along as well. Believe it or not, he's actually has come to the webinar 27 minutes into a webinar before, because we all know what dealing with clients is like sometimes, and you can get held up. So it could be that as well. But Nerd Day is here, Snow Day here. I still find that hard to get my head around, that you guys over there have got snow. I know Randy and stuff get a lot of snow as well based on location, but I always just assumed that the US was always just warm all year round. But any ideas for generating AI videos for YouTube? I don't want to take credit when it's not due, but there's a guy, I'm just going to get the name of his website, a guy called Austin Armstrong, who's on my Facebook. I spoke with him at a YouTube conference. Very, very interesting guy. He's all in on faceless YouTube videos. And he's got a tool called Syllaby.io, Syllaby.io. So I'm going to put that in. Give me 1 second. Syllaby. That guy, I put it in the chat, Nerdy. It's worth checking him out on Facebook, Austin Armstrong. Now, this guy regularly posts content about a hell of a lot of stuff to do with AI, but in particular, what you're asking for is the AI videos for YouTube, or faceless YouTube videos, as he calls it. And he's talking about the growth of these channels and how they're booming and everything else. And that Syllaby gives you the tools to be able to create that as well. So he's developed the tools and everything as well. And he's obviously shown you what he's doing on there. So I find him a very interesting guy. I think I've met him in person. Lovely guy as well. And he is doing some amazing stuff there. I've also seen Michael Merlino on TikTok playing around with AI. I've seen people in the past using HeyGen and 11 Labs to do stuff. So there's a lot of stuff out there, mate, but I would be taking a look at Austin Armstrong. He's the one that piques my interest the most anyway, where I'm like, this guy's doing something that seems to be a step above what others are doing, so or what others are talking about. So I definitely would give him a follow, mate, or reach out to him or whatever. Mary Jane Dufford, how are you? Long time no see. Best tools for publishing a bunch of articles based on a spreadsheet data set. Based on a spreadsheet data set. It's weird that you say that, MJ, because I was in my private mastermind. Nerdy was there and some others, and I've got an AI agent being built, and basically what it's doing is taking information from the spreadsheet or the database, if you want to call it that I have built. So that data would basically be YouTube transcriptions, my last 2,000 tweets, my last 400 blog posts, my last 200 LinkedIn articles, my last X amount of presentations, whatever. I can feed all of that in and then use AI and clever prompting. It's a custom build, but that is the most efficient way. And we demonstrated it in the chat, in the mastermind. It's 0% AI detection and 0% plagiarism. That would be the right way to do it. Now, I'm sure you can use something like Make or whatever and use different things to do roughly what you're going to do. But is the article then just going to literally be ChatGPT and it's pulling some data or whatever? Is that going to be good enough to rank well or whatever? I'm not so sure. That's why I'm big into the AI agent stuff. I just think that's the way that I would like to do things, because I can control the data and the output and everything else that's on there. But in terms of publishing a bunch of articles based in spreadsheet data set, ChatGPT has the pro version, which came out, I think, maybe a month ago or so. And the research and data that can pull for you basically scrapes the web and gets any data you want. It costs £200 a month. That might be a quicker and easier way than trying to build something that pulls from a spreadsheet, if you like. However, you would still then need to humanize that and optimize it and do all of the other good stuff. So hopefully that helps you. And Alexandra, yes, please explain for dummies, what should we do right now with AI agents? When you're not such a technical person, it seems hard. I am not a technical person as such. I couldn't build one myself, but utilize people who can. There's plenty of developers and people out there who can do this stuff for you. Now, that might not be an option for everyone, if money's tight and stuff like that, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of tutorials online in terms of how you can build it. But the word AI agent, there is ones out there that are off the shelf that have been built, but they're not perfect. So for me, I needed to go to a developer to understand what was possible. I needed to understand what goes on when such and such an action happens. And that way I was able to get the output that I wanted, rather than the output that someone wanted to give me. And that's the biggest thing, is the output. Because Alexandra says there, Zapier, Spreadsheet, OpenAI, API Key, and WordPress automatically publishing. So, you can use Zapier. I'm pretty sure you could use Make.com, MAKE, to do something like that as well. Putting all that together. But again, the output is questionable if you're just going to do it that way, because what you'll find is if you were to run that through Grammarly or anything else, that it's going to have AI patterns in it. It's going to have potential plagiarism, and is it going to get crawled and indexed by Google? That would be my biggest fear. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of that type of setup. If it would work, I would do it myself. I just don't see that working for the long term. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I think long term, Google clearly, you look at HubSpot and various platforms like that where their contents went down the Swanee. Is that because it's AI? Is it because it's non-relevant? There's lots of arguments to that, but Google are actively looking at ways of cleaning up the internet, and I don't want to be one of them. So it's just getting the right stuff done. So it's training on your voice if you feed it all that source info. So yeah, so I would feed it 50 of my last tweets or 200 of my last tweets, so it would understand the way that I speak, the vocabulary that I use, even some of the swear words that I use, and things like that. So you're doing that. Now, what happens when it comes into the AI agent or it comes into the interface? I've still got the ability to tweak stuff or remove stuff that I don't like. Now, even when I'm doing that, it saves that information for next time. So if I don't like a sentence or a word or vocabulary that my own AI agent is using, it's as you go, it's self-training as well. So yes, you can feed in all of the kind of source information. Now, one part of it is training it to speak like me. Now, I can also feed it in industry-related information as well. So all of the information doesn't have to come from me. So for example, if I really like something that SEMrush, for example, released, if I read a blog post or a PDF or whatever it is, and I go, oh, that's really good, insightful information, I can put that into my database, because when I'm asking it to write content, it's going to go to my database for the information rather than just going to OpenAI. So that is the important thing. So it doesn't have to just be me. Of course, the tone, which is a separate thing, is always going to be me. That's what I want. But the information, I could put in multiple people's information in there. You can actually have up to 100,000 lines of information or PDFs or whatever it's going to be. So you can put a hell of a lot of information in there. You can also remove information. So let's say Alexandra has a blog post that I fed into or whatever. Let's say, some data study or something. And let's say it's no longer relevant, or we found out it was wrong, or it was bullshit, or whatever. I can go in and take that away so that my AI agent never references that again and would never spit that out as the right information. Because obviously what Alexandra wrote 3 years ago may no longer be wholly accurate. She could say something like 12 million people stay in Amsterdam. Now, in 10 years' time or 5 years' time or whatever, that could be 9 million, it could be 15 million. So you need the ability to go in and tweak the data as well and make sure that you keep on top of it. And that is good for me. It gives me a lot more comfort knowing that the output that it's spitting out is accurate, because that was always my biggest fear with ChatGPT and stuff. You're just like, this is just shitting out stuff that's God knows where it came from. God knows who said it. That's the scary thing with AI. And I think the AI agent, I would be a lot more confident that the output was a hell of a lot more accurate, which is all I really want. So that is my thoughts on it. Robert says he wants to develop AI agents. You should, mate. You should. It's definitely the way forward. It's not just an SEO thing. A lot of people go, oh, is it going to replace content writers? This is going to be way bigger than just content writers. You know, these AI agents can do anything. Can do your customer service, do whatever for you. So, but it can also do it for any type of business. So it's not just about content writing. You know, you can do social media marketing with it. You can do so many tedious, horrible tasks that just no one wants to do, and do it for you. And I think for me, that's the big thing. It's not about replacing people, but you want to work more efficiently. And you know, if getting 5 people to do one task that's a monotonous, horrible task, and you can get an AI agent to do it for you, why wouldn't you? Because people get sick, people get burnt out, people have mental health. You know, someone doing monotonous, repetitive tasks, like content writers, for example, you burn through them a hell of a lot more, because there's only so long you can sit and write stuff about a specific topic. So I get it from a content writer's perspective, but you know, for me, I think people should learn this stuff. So rather than be scared that jobs are going to be lost, I'd be like, I'm going to get involved in this and understand this better, and maybe even become someone who controls this for a company. You know, because you're still going to need people to put in what the output needs to be. So and quality check things and everything else. So I think the roles will adapt rather than replace. And as I say, businesses become more efficient, and that for me is exciting. It's just all about efficiency and less stress. And for me, being able to replace me or buy back some time, because do I want to write a big long LinkedIn post? No. Do I, you know, saying the same thing that I've maybe said 100 times on YouTube? No, it's not best use of my time. The output will still be exactly the fucking same, because I've already said it in YouTube. So why do I need to sit there for hours doing all of that kind of stuff on LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever it may be, when I can say the exact same thing automatically and accurately with my feet up? So for me, it's working smart, and that is the super exciting thing for me. And I think it's definitely going to be exciting times ahead. And I don't claim to be an AI agent expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I just find it super exciting as to what I thought it was and what it actually is. Because I just thought, there's another chat GPT thing coming out. I didn't understand the mechanics of it and what it could do and how that would stand out from other stuff that's on the market. So if you can get into it, Robert, definitely do it, because I think there's big money to be made, that's for sure. But moving on, other questions. Stop switching times. Dude, we've done it since October at this time, 4 till 5 p.m. UK. We just got a lot better. There's Chris as well, with his green screen.
Like that.
We've done it this time since October, and we actually got a better response from this time, actually, which was strange. But
it's only 11 o'clock, Craig. It's only 11:30.
We've done this since October, you crazy guy. Remember, we changed it.
You just messaged me and you said, all right, I'll see it. You messaged me 13 minutes ago. You're like, yo, I'll catch you in an hour. And then I was like,
nah, that wasn't 13 minutes ago, dude. Nah, dude, you've opened that. No, dude, I sent that at.
Oh my god! All right, so all right, just
55, like an hour before we were due to go on.
All right, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, forevermore.
Yeah.
My apologies, then.
Dude, right. We agreed this in October. Remember, I'm like, let's
I thought
try
we were just testing. I'm off. It seems like it's been so long. It's all this rigmarole going on.
Well, I was saying that to the guys. We've not been properly on for 6
Forever.
weeks.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
And
We
Chris
need
was hiding, and I'm getting mixed up with you and Randy. So the Randy one's always on at 5 p.m. in the UK on a Monday. This one's on at 4. Forevermore. Unless someone
Forevermore.
gets hit by a bus.
All right, 11 a.m. is our new time. Got it. I'll be here.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, look at a brick wall. I think we might just go green this time. We're gonna go green. I don't like it. My flipping circle light over here. I got one here and here. This one burned out on me.
Oh man.
Can't win them all.
There's always something going on.
No, I don't like that. Hey, it's such as life. Dude, you can't win them all, man. You know? I can't win them all.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
They know what I look like. I got new shades, huh? You like those? Huh?
They're better than the ones that you had on the other week, with the sellotape. And Black Hole, I agree. That's why we actually agreed to change it, because in October, when the clocks go back, our clocks go back a week earlier than the US, and we done it at the 4 o'clock time. And I saw a lot of old faces that I hadn't seen before, and I'm like, fuck. And they're like, yeah, 5 p.m. doesn't work for me, because that's when I'm traveling home from work and stuff. And I'm like, fuck. So that's why we said, like, let's just do it at 4 now. But Chris just completely forgot. But
to be honest,
to be fair, we did do it for like 4 years or 4.5 years at 12 Eastern time. So
my alarm even goes off. It'll go off and it'll say Craig live, star.
Oh man.
It'll like go over my screen.
That's why I WhatsApped you as well, because I'm like, he's forgot or he's caught up in a call or something. But
I was talking to Sammy because we're the tool stuff, and then I went over to Facebook to see like, oh hey, I wonder if Craig's traveling. I just checked and it said 14 minutes ago. It said we're live in an hour. I'm like, I was like, and then I checked and you were live. I was like, damn. So I apologize. It won't happen again. I'll see you at 11. No problem.
That's all good. All good. But guys, Chris is here. If you've got questions, please do stick them there. Well, we're talking a bit about AI agents and stuff like that, Chris. I have my AI agent built. So the interface is rough. It's pretty rough, but the output is fucking insane. Awesome. Oh man. Still a lot to be done though. I don't fully trust it to go away and automate everything for me. So it's a kind of standard build just now so that I can check it and copy and paste it and then put it on LinkedIn or whatever I want to do. I could automate that to just go from there, from the agent straight onto LinkedIn, but I need a couple of months to make sure that I am 100% confident in this motherfucker not to be saying something that it shouldn't. So people are like,
but you can't say though. Now everybody will know it's not you though. You gotta get rid of all these videos, man.
But here's the thing, Chris. So here's the thing. Everything that I've said, or that someone could ask us today here, I've said it 100 times before. I've answered the question 100 times before. Now, the AI agent, you're building in your RAG database the output that you want. So if I've said something before and I put it into that database, then whatever my AI agent is spitting out, it's referencing my database for the information. So if I say, this is how you do this, this, or this, why do I need to keep fucking repeating it 100 times? You know, if I say, this is what we're doing on YouTube today or whatever, why do I need to then go and spend an hour writing a LinkedIn post about the same fucking thing when I've already said it and I could put the transcript into the database and say, listen, AI agent, go fucking make me a nice LinkedIn post using that information. It's just working smart. Like, it's still me. So
no, yeah. I see. Well, when's it for sale at a discount? Friends and family, come see me.
No, this one's built just for me, so it's not really going to be useful to anyone else.
Well, yeah,
Um,
but the formula and to get it to that point has
yeah.
to have a tag on it,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It will. So you could have like, and then you feed in to your own database and teach it
So
the
you weren't setting it
vocabulary.
up for yourself to sell. You were just doing it for yourself.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I see. Okay.
But
See, I'm
but
always like,
we are going to sell it as well. We are
yeah,
going
of
to sell
course. I
uh,
was thinking to myself,
AI
like,
agents.
why is he going through all this effort? What's he doing? I mean, I get the benefits, but then I was like, well, if it could help me, that means it would help someone else.
Ah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's so
Cool.
many different ways an AI agent could go as well, Chris. Um, it's fucking scary, man. Customer service, whatever you need it to do.
That's the big one right there. Go
Yeah,
do all that runaround work that sucks up my time but doesn't produce any dollars. That's what I
yeah,
want. Go do all the little nonsense that doesn't produce anything. Go do that. That's what I want. And then,
yeah,
but people too, people are a fee, but then I gotta reinforce your job.
yeah,
Like, you're out of here. Like, I only want to tell you one time, baby. But yeah, because
yeah,
when I make a mistake that one time, then I have to pay,
yeah,
right? So I expect the same out of whomever. So having the AI could be wildly beneficial.
yeah.
There's no mistakes. Mistakes cost
Now,
time and dollars.
what's the biggest problem you've got in your business is replacing you. So if you can get this motherfucking agent to do all that repetitive bullshit based on your knowledge and experience and everything you've fed into this motherfucker, you've replaced yourself in a lot of ways. So you don't have to train another person, get them up to speed, then they leave, and you've got to do the same fucking thing again. You've got your own way of working, your own vocabulary that you use when you respond to different things.
For
So,
sure.
I think for that reason alone, a lot less stress is going to go around because that's probably your biggest bugbear. Same as everyone in this industry, you can't replace you. You should be spending more of your time doing your videos and you don't need to be doing all that bollock stuff, repeating yourself and justifying this and justifying that and going over and
Yeah.
over and over the same stuff. It's
Running in
insanity.
circles.
Yeah.
It becomes that way. And then you
Yeah.
can't shut it off. That's the biggest piece right there. It's replacing, because I never want to stop what got me in position. But I noticed that's what most people do. Then they'll go to the highest common denominator, like, okay, higher ticket in order to shut down the volume. But I'm not going to stop, how I got here, right? Like, why would I? But you can't. It's so difficult. People take everything so personal.
Yeah, but there's a reason why people come to me and complain about you going, I can't get a hold of Chris because you're time poor. You're running around.
Super time poor.
You probably don't even. I'm the same, dude. I don't like looking at my phone. I'm like, oh fuck. There's like 45 messages there. I'm just like, Jesus. So I get it. I absolutely get it. But if I can automate even that stuff, this is the other thing, Chris. I was talking to someone about it. See the questions that get asked in my mastermind in the WhatsApp chat. Can I use an AI agent to respond to those motherfuckers based on all of the answers I've given before? Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, I get the fear looking at that thing. You're like, Jesus, there's about 14 questions in there and hundreds of people all throwing all sorts of other things in, and you're just like, I'm scared to look at that.
I don't answer them unless they're at Chris Palmer.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can talk. Unless you're calling me out directly, I don't want to give you my 2 cents because that can be 40 more messages. That's an hour of time.
Yeah. That you're not being paid for, like you say. So it's interesting times.
Why does it have to be that way though? But that's what it is. And then it's well, what can you do? The only person that I have a hard stop for, and I just give the time, there's only one person. Well, besides me, of course. Well, you,
Little Chris.
I always come for you, little Chris. Yeah, I always try to make you, even though I was late today. Certain things, if I can my word,
I think that's where people always come to me going, Craig, tell Chris I'm trying to hold him. I'm like, I can't use this You can't use me to get to him. Like that's going to, he's going to end up ignoring me if I need him in the future. Like you're fucking my thing up with him. Like if he responds to me, because I've got certain guys in my phone that if they message, I'll look at it straight away. Other chats are on mute, and no offense to anyone who might be watching.
Certain
but,
people are pinned to the top. You know, like it's just
that's just the way
yeah.
it goes. So
Sorry.
you know, yeah. So that's how it goes. But guys, ask us questions. Dude, it was actually going really well until you came in.
Oh, that's funny.
But we do expect it to be a bit slow because of the lack of consistency. But guys, any questions at all, it doesn't have to do with automation and AI, let us know. But whilst we're waiting on that, Chris, anything new going on in the tool world or anything with you that you're doing that you want to share? Obviously, if you don't want to share, don't share.
Yeah. I have a very good project popping off, but I don't want to talk about it here. It is directory style. That's a winner. It's doing pretty good.
Winner. For how
so
long? Is this like a short-term winner or something you see?
Well, I mean, it's starting to click. We're starting to get talent listed, and it's like working. They're paying to get to the top, almost like a Craigslist.
Yeah.
So like it's starting to click. Got 60 talented people in there, just clicking. Started in 4 different cities. 60 people across 4 different cities. I'll just keep hitting different cities. But I'm hoping, you know, if I could get that to 500 people, you won't see me anymore. I'll be out of here. Yeah. If I could catch 5 in a short period of time, I'll vanish because I could live off of that for the rest of my life. If I could catch 5, I'm done. I'm being serious. I'll just stack that right. Dude, I promise you I'm done. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I have that project popped in.
I reckon you'd disappear for 6 months and then you come back with some other fucking thing. I know that's exactly what would happen. Watch this space, folks, because I genuinely believe this guy couldn't stop. You get bored, dude. 6 months, you'd be like, "Fuck, I need to." You'd be itching at the bit,
my
man.
mind. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I thought, that's an interesting thing.
Even if it's part time, I don't think you could fully just fuck off and sit down. Surely to God,
no. I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
But from an SEO standpoint, besides personal projects, I just talked to Sammy. So he's slow. It's just one, and he does front end, back end, and everything else that I request, and then every little feature. And I'm a wild guy, so I have ideas, but he doesn't know me that well. We're just on a business relationship, so he thinks when I come with an idea, that means do it. So that's what we were talking about today. Hey, just because we talk about it doesn't mean I want it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much done. I was hoping to have that done by the 1st. So we're a month behind schedule, but I think the next month that'll be complete. I just got put on in April. All the 250 sims are due, but I just got approved for an MVO. Oh man, that's gonna be cool. So I got approved for an MVO, which means I can issue eSIMs. So I don't need physical devices. Dude, it's over. So that's pretty cool.
Who fucking approved this? Who gave us that?
I was wondering who got this paperwork and thought it was okay. But
that's like giving the devil the fucking keys to your fucking home.
Dude, that's really, really cool. So that means any virtual device could literally be a device. And then it's sick. So you're going down that list on eBay, and you know how you ask for an IMEI, I could just clone those into a virtual device. Bang, 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 bang. Anyway,
I don't even want to know.
I know it doesn't matter.
You're going to fuck this all up for so many other eSIM providers. Do you know that? They're going to stop fucking allowing people to. Anyway,
Well, that's their
Interesting.
they let me in. But yeah, I mean, I'll take it easy at first. Until I could break away from this guy that got me in the door. As soon as I could get off on my own, then I might run with it. I just wanted to see. But so that's that piece. Oh, there's your alarm. It's 11:45. Your alarm just went off. So yeah, the MVO just got approved. So we're gonna switch over to start doing the eSIMs. That means, dude, I'll be able to launch Google accounts. Dude, I'll be able to do so much with that. I got the directories jumping. That's clicking a little bit of dough. Like my buddy that I do that with, because I run everything through. I run all the money through him because I ain't touching that. He's like, thinks we're like rich. I'm like, no, not yet, buddy. So that's popping. And then as far as like the SEO stuff, the tools I'm about a month behind. So in another month, that'll jump. As far as like the tests, I have some pretty sick tests. I'm running another test for YouTube. That should run. I should have the answers back on that. I think I have a pretty good formula. That's it, man. That's it.
Well, it seems
Yeah.
that there's exciting times ahead.
I hope.
Yeah, they're always.
Yeah,
is,
you're
mate.
right. You know what? Like I don't think I could. Oh, Gray Hat's a little behind, but that's going pretty well too. Launching out that stuff managed. I want to get it away from my name. I guess I take things personal too. You know, like
Yeah.
if your service is a reflection of you, like any slight in the least makes you
Yeah.
just fires me up. So, but you can't ever say anything though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
that's
you
fun.
can, and you
No,
can't.
I know, but I learned my lesson. I'll never say nothing ever again. No, just pretend it never happened. I learned that lesson. I learned my
But
lesson.
sometimes, dude, I disagree. Sometimes people try and push you and threaten to damage it, and sometimes they need to be fucking torched, as well. Because it goes the opposite way. Where sometimes if you don't fight back, you're just going to get beaten like a bitch.
Yeah, but I think there's different volumes of voice.
Yeah.
And just because you see it and it hurts your ego doesn't necessarily like you don't want to shine a light. Like there's different volumes of voice. Like if I shine a light, I could take something that really only like 50 people saw and then poof, now it's something big.
Yeah.
I never do that. No way. That's too much. I
Yeah.
can't. And then now you got somebody that's on trying to bang people for $500 an hour. Like that's a lesson. There's been other people that have came and I just and they just fizzled away. So I learned valuable lessons throughout this journey.
Yeah.
Never just forget it. Doesn't matter. You know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
on to more positive things.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nick Filipov, how would you recommend
Sometimes I forget we're live.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How would you recommend that he ranks his personal website on Google? It's a very, very generic question, Nick, but some beginner's tips for Nick, and I'll give you some context. Nick is an agent for public speakers. So I'm going to make the assumption that you would be wanting to promote that. I might be wrong, but would you start locally with that, Chris, or would you go all out attack for something like that all over America or whatever?
Well, ranking a personal website means you're trying to rank for a keyword that really is your brand, right? Or your name. So really you're trying to associate your name with said service. You know, I think the best way to do it is how can you bum rush the internet to convey to Google and other search engines and human beings that I am this, right? Because that's really what you're trying to do. So where I've seen lots of success and watching others too is pushing, like I've seen how many SEO agencies have you seen where they had nothing at all they were doing was dumping bread into PPC. Now they rank at the top of Google, right? Just from time, right?
Yeah.
I could name 3 right now that I won't. So, and they built their whole name off just PPC, right?
Yeah.
So I think any type of advertising to get in front of people, you might want to start with the cheapest, like Twitter's is hitting, Reddit's hitting. And then where else can we start building around community? I think Quora, even though people talk, that's a great place. Again, Facebook, do you have a community? Once you have the community, now I have similar profile types that I can go serve. Hey, let's serve ads that look like this. Do you have any type of branding? How are you conveying that you can help this? Do you have anyone that could vouch for you? Do you have any successes? That's all material to talk about. And then you have pods, you have YouTube, you have LinkedIn videos, you have courses that you can make. There's books you can do. Like, how much energy can you create around yourself? That's the question. And how fast? That's how you do it. What else is that? You didn't like that answer?
No, I liked it. I think it's not just about rank. It's not to give feedback from Nick, because I'm not sure how much of SEO Nick fully understands. But the days of just getting a website and someone being able to pop that very quickly and very easily is not as easy as it once was. You've got to build a brand. You've got to get traffic coming from YouTube, speaker engagements, social media, Reddit, whatever, even walking around with a sandwich board, whatever, networking, all of the kind of stuff that you probably already know anyway, because you're dealing with speakers. So all of that helps your website rank, because those engagement signals and everything else are super important. But on top of that, if you want to rank for something like, I don't know, speaking, public speaking agent, New York, if you don't have a page in your website that targets that specific search term, you can't rank. You cannot rank for it. Now, what would you want to rank for? You probably want to rank for something like that in every fucking state in the whole of America. So you need to pick your battles wisely. What areas bring you in the right type of person? Who's your typical client? And what would that person be searching for? And you need to make sure that you get pages for every last single fucking one. That is a great place to start. And I could bet my bottom dollar, most people in your shoes, Nick, I don't know whether you're starting out or not, but most people who start out think, I just throw up a website and in comes all this. There is heartache and pain, fingers bleeding and everything, putting that stuff out there. So, in terms of ranking organically. So he's also said, I need to create a knowledge panel for my brand. I'm putting myself out there. I'm working on a new website. Happy to share the link. It's a work in progress though, and isn't live yet. I have done plenty of presentations on how you can get the knowledge panel fairly quickly and very easily. Don't make the same mistakes I did. I had balls the knowledge panel up quite a lot, 5 times, I think. So I will send you that as well. But but it is what it is. But Chris, I keep being asked this question again.
Me too. Yeah, no.
What
are we on? You want to do it?
I'm up for doing something this year.
I don't necessarily need anybody this time.
Nah, let's
just do it. Yeah.
I would do it like we've discussed before, in a more subtle venue.
I was thinking the same venue, just the next level down.
Yeah. We don't need the fucking 2 ballrooms together or whatever. Like, and don't do it when it's 43 degrees outside either. And don't put a free bar on for everyone.
Yeah, that's we're not. The negotiation isn't based upon room sales. I'll pay the dough up front.
Yeah.
What's the cost for the rent the venue? It's not going to be based upon sales because people don't want to stay. I learned that lesson. The only thing that I slack in is the gathering and the organization of, okay, talk to this person, set up the dates. Okay, I got to talk to them to set up the foods, and then this, and then that, and then the back and forth. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I talked to Darren. You know Darren?
Muzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife's very good at these things. I was gonna have her do the organization. Is that okay with you? Do you care?
Like, dude, I don't
I was
want to
gonna
do
have
the
you do the
organization.
organization. We'll pump it. I'll fuel it.
Dude, I
And we'll
can get speakers, I can pump it out.
easy. Yeah.
I can get tickets sold. I ain't the guy to fucking be messing around
Organized.
with organising the food.
I
I am not that guy.
No, bro. That's
Not
where
for
I
me.
slack. So
So
that's who I was thinking of. You know, so yeah.
Muzzy's wife. How did you come to the realization that Muzzy's wife was the right person? Muzzy's wife. What
I mean,
is she like an event organizer in the past, or how? Like,
well, I mean, yes and no. But yeah, I don't know. Why not?
why
There's not
not?
too many. I mean, I'm funny with, like, you know me, man. I'm very funny with. It's got to be somebody I trust. Even it could be something small, like going to get me candy from the store. Like, I wouldn't just send anybody. Like, I gotta know if I give you this buck, you're gonna come back, right?
Muzzy's a great guy, so
Yeah,
but
sure.
yeah, I'm just like, how the hell did that come up in conversation? Hey, Muzzy, what does your wife do? Fucking, is she any good at organization? Like, it's just a pure random thing. But
Yeah,
dude,
they were there. They loved the presentation. They'd love to help out. I mean, I've been, yeah, I think it's a great person. Why not?
Fair enough. And Nick says, I'm not worried about it. I'm patient and in this for the long haul. Patience is the big key, Nick, if you're starting out and you want to rank and do all of that. Yeah, but people often say to me, Craig, how can I build a personal brand quickly? And you're like, dude, I've spoken at events for 10 years. I have done YouTube for 9. I've done God knows what else. Like, it just doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately. And yeah, I'll send you that later on, Nick, on the knowledge panel stuff and where you can just go and get it done for next to nothing. So there you go. But any last questions, folks, before we wrap up? But nah, I think it'll be good, Chris, to do the event again. I still get people
like
all the time
Vegas.
asking.
So Vegas or Dubai.
There was an event this week actually in Vegas, in Caesar's Palace of all places, and I think Randy and Holly and stuff are at it. But yeah, I had a bit of FOMO. I'm just like, bastards, I want to be there. Why am I not there? So
and that's another thing. I want see, we made sure that this was all nice, but then like we did nice, but this time I want to have I think we need to have like super awesome suites. I mean, it's just,
yeah.
It's required. I mean, it's part of the work.
I didn't even stay at Caesar's Palace before. I didn't even stay there.
No.
I had the room, like it was there for me, but I had an Airbnb, which was like 10 minutes away, but had a pool and all that stuff. And I'm just like, I want to get up. We got up at 7 a.m. sunbathed because it was like 43 degrees. So we chilled out in the villa and then came along about 9 or 10 o'clock to Caesar's Palace. So yeah, it was good just being away from it because it's just a busy place, man. Busy place.
I like wandering around after a few little cocktails and walk around and look at the scenery. That's fun.
That's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
The only criticism I would have is we would need to have something at the end of the conference where it retains everyone, because what happened the last time is like a party in that ballroom or whatever, because what happens is some people went to the cigar bar, some people went to the food court, some people probably buggered off somewhere else. And I hate that when you go to an event and you're like, did no one think of fucking retaining people and having a party? So that would be the one thing that in hindsight, you look back and go, we didn't.
Yeah, that's yeah, but not an after party like it's meant to be, but a place to chill that's just for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really what we're not most people aren't extroverted. They
Yeah.
like more intimate,
Yeah.
at least I've noticed. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so I assume you're down, and then what, July, August, sometime in there before Diggities.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm up for it. I am really, really busy up until June, with speaking things. But anytime after that, I don't have anything booked, so we can talk about it. And
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
um,
Yeah, that was fun. I had fun.
yeah, no, it was fun. It was an experience. Let's say that.
It's definitely an experience. Okay, so wait, you got to rock. Our time's up. Damn, I have this whole. From now until then, I'm supposed to be talking to you. So like staff thinks I'm talking to you, so I'm gonna go have lunch.
But one last question from Eric: If my client's main product is in their domain and they wish to cover other types of products, is a new domain name a good idea to target those products, or just create content on the existing website? What's your opinion on that, Chris?
My client's main product, so I assume that this is e-commerce. So my expertise lies in local, right? So from a local standpoint, you can't be the expert at more than one thing. See, as people start adding other secondary services that are kind of close, but they're not the main idea, right? Like, oh, we're a dentist, and then the dentist does fillings. They're a cosmetic dentist. But then we want to start doing Botox. Like, yeah, I see it sometimes, but not as good as if you were just the Botox clinic, right?
Yeah.
So you want to stay the expert on the one thing, build your supporting content around that one thing. Like, I'm the expert. I have the depth of concept. And that's my opinion. Now, but it's up to you, my friend. That's, I can't, that's from a local standpoint.
I think, Eric, I've seen so many people who pigeonhole themselves into being like let's say it's the wall panels guy. So you set up a website and you only sell wall panels, and it's like craigswallpanels.com. And then you want to start selling fucking toilet pans and everything else. You're no longer a wall panel company. And my biggest fear is if I see something that says craigswallpanels.com and I'm looking for, a new sink or something that's kind of semi-related, I probably ain't clicking on your website.
That's right.
That can be a problem. I'm not saying everyone does, because some people click on anything and the domain doesn't really matter. But for me, I would go, nah, that guy's just a wall panel specialist. I'm off. I need someone who's got a variety of different things. So I think my click would go elsewhere, to be honest. But either way can work. I just think click-through rate and stuff might be a problem to get the full value out of it. But you can obviously rank the existing website or whatever you like.
That's the key. Get the full value. That's it.
Yeah.
Not that you can't do it. You could, but it's going to take you longer. You're not the expert. Plus, it's like,
it would annoy me.
Yeah.
That would annoy me. I'd be like, motherfucker, am I missing out on £100,000 a month worth of sales? Because that question would go round and round in my head until I fucking just made the change. Because you just don't know. Even if it isn't that big a problem, it would affect my brain. So
yeah.
Maybe that's just me. But hey. But anyway, that is us for this week. No free booze, because no one took up. No one really took it up on it the last time. It was the best part.
Yeah, like I found just Simon and I enjoyed. I mean, I enjoyed it. There's a couple of guys, but not everybody's me.
Nah.
I'm like, oh man, no kids, like no work. It's just like, oh yeah, dude, it's like party time. But
yeah,
oh well.
Why not?
Why not?
Anyway, we are out of time, guys. We will be back at 11 Eastern time or 4 p.m. UK time next week. So make sure you do join us, and we will catch you then.
See you.
See you later.
See you next week. Bye bye.